Brilliant. Okay, we're on 8 o'clock. I'm going to put us onto mute. You need your chair, your ball, if you've got a ball, and your band.
Big ball or little ball?
Little ball. Little ball, yeah. Yeah, Pilates ball. Pilates ball. Oh, well, we could do little ball. Have we got little ball as well? As if it's a person. Yes, okay. If you've got a tennis ball, grab a yeah, lovely. Or yeah, anything. Yeah, lovely spiky ball, Nicola. 10 points to you. Very nice. Actually, I'm going to go. So yeah, that's my spiky ball. Just so you know, and that's my tennis ball. And then I've got my Pilates ball as well. So any of those balls that you've got. So if we started with, I'm going to go spiky. So literally, you've got your ball on the floor, doesn't matter which. Yeah, well done, well done. So spiky ball, tennis ball, golf ball, you know, anything like that really. Dog ball as well, you know, just anything like that. And then if we start on the toes, we're going to roll through to the heel. So, and you can do this standing. So if anybody's thinking, well, I just don't want to bother standing up, you can do it sitting down. I'll just do it here. You can put a little bit more pressure on, obviously, if you're standing. Toes all the way through to the heel, and you can put on a fair amount of pressure onto the foot there. So toes all the way through to the heel. Do that a couple of times, and then when you get to the toes, when you come back to the toes, almost see if you can kind of grip with the toes. So just kind of getting it right into those nooks and crannies there. Then with the ball of the foot, you can go side to side. Hope you can see that. So literally just rolling side to side. Now, obviously this leg's doing a fair amount of work, so please feel free to sit down or, you know, holding on. Once you've gone side to side on that ball of the foot, go through to the heel and then just stay on the heel for a moment. Now, quite often used for heel pain, or, you know, you've probably maybe had plantar fasciitis, so it's quite often used for that. And then what we'll do, the last bit is just almost like a circle. So going all around the foot one direction and then go all around the other direction. So you're getting into the arch of the foot as well. Now, when you come off there and then just stand on whatever surface you're on, yeah, just kind of notice that buoyancy, almost quite light, aren't we, on that foot? Just feels good, doesn't it? And then we'll do the other foot. So we'll start with the toes. Yeah, so we start the toes and then you can roll down to your heel and kind of get the pressure that you want to do. Exactly the same with any ball you've got, the tennis ball. Golf balls can be a little bit hard, so you might just do less pressure. Yeah, and then when you come back to the toes this time, again, you might be holding on, have a nice little kind of grip with the toes, get into the nooks and crannies. Good, and then with the a ball of the foot, go side to side. So just give it a nice massage side to side. You could be doing whatever you like, really, as long as you're getting into those sort of cheeky areas. Good, then through to the heel and stay. So pressing into the heel a little bit. Yeah. Very nice. Good, and then we could go backwards and forwards again, and then we could make a nice little bit of a circle. So circling around one way and circling around the other. Yeah, so quite nice just to do at home. Put that to the side, and again, just come to stand for a moment. Yeah, now, actually, if we just go straight into foot pedals, so we've got our feet livened up, yeah, and we bend the left knee, it doesn't matter if it's the right, but so bend one knee, and then switch and bend the other. And you might feel that you're already getting that nice bit of connection through the foot. We'll just do that a couple more times. Yeah, lovely. Good. And then put both feet down, stand on your right side and lift your left. So again, kind of noticing that that whole foot is really woken up. So a good one to do before you do any balance, if you're doing your balance in your bare feet. And then we'll do the same to the other side. So pressing into the opposite side and then coming into your balance. You know, an exercise you can do every single day. Any balance challenge is great. Superb, ladies. Really well done. Okay, so then that's just going to bring us to our chair squats. So if you've got you're seated on whatever chair you've got, well done. You're at the front edge of your chair. We're going to go quickly because we know what we're doing on these now. Yes, we're going to go fairly quickly. As in not the moves, but you know, through the sequence. So we've got the heels back towards the chair. You lean in, no hands, you come up to standing. I want you to add a little calf raise. So pop the heels up and down, then sit back down. Don't worry if you're putting your hands back first. Yeah, so do that again. Come up, little calf raise, come down, sit down. Yeah, good. Coming forward, press into the feet, lift, lower, and then sit back down. Good, and we're going to do that again. Yeah, coming up. Add your little calf raise at the top, well done, and then sit back down. Let's just do another 3 like that. Now we're adding the arms as well. So come up, little calf raise, sweep the arms up and down, and then come back. 2 more to do. Lean in, stand, calf raise. Yeah, if it takes you off into a wobble, that's good as well. Last one of those. Yeah, nice, nice. Okay, sit back down. So obviously modifying for knees and hips, but if possible, right foot goes out and you're on the heel, left foot to the floor, lean in, stand. Yeah, sit back down. Just making sure that your left foot is properly on the floor. You're not kind of on the ball of the foot. You've got to have that foot all the way down. So the leg you're coming up on. Yeah, that's it. So your right leg is out a little bit. You've got 1 more. Come up. Good, come back down. Yeah, now you might be just doing your regular squat. Right foot in, left foot goes out just a little bit. It's not going far. You come up to standing. 3, you sit back down. Good, make sure your knees feel comfortable. Put both feet into the regular position if not. Very well done. Good, pushing up. There's your 3. Okay, now we add that longer lever, don't we, when you've done that? You've done that way too easily for me, ladies. Left leg in, now the right leg out further, pretty much straight if you wanted. Lean in, you're on the heel. I mean, you can be on the sole of the foot. I suppose for me, heel just makes more sense. And then you're coming up from there. And you've got 3 like that. So it's all about that left leg on this one. Yeah. Good, and again, you can bring your right leg in a little bit if you wanted. Swap over, so 3 on each side. Bring the right leg in, your left leg is straight, lean in and stand. Yeah, and then sit back. So it's all about that right leg now. Yeah, good. Fabulous work. Fabulous. So those are our single leg squats, really. So now we take that up. Well done. We take that up, optional. So you'd miss this out, you know, if you felt just a little bit tight and tricky in the knees, you might just go back to that one we've just done. If you wanted, you're lifting your right foot now. Or did we do it the other way around first? I can't remember. So anyway, whichever. So you're on your left leg and you've lifted your right, for example. Lean in, that right foot's lifted, and now stand up. Yes. Yeah. Good. And then sit back down. Yeah. Yeah. Well done. Yeah, good. Oh, yes. Yeah, I know that's actually, it is that kind of mind and body, isn't it? Do it again, 1 more. So push in, stand up, and then sit back down. I think the sitting down's the hardest bit, isn't it? You can kind of push ourselves up, can't we? Yeah? Okay, other leg. So now we're on the right leg, and the left foot is now lifted. Lean in and stand. Yeah, and then sit the hips back, especially if you're on that slightly lower chair. If you're on replay, don't miss these ones out. Yeah, you didn't see me just hold on to my wall. Yeah, good, good. So I actually just did 2 of those. So that's basically taking us into a single leg squat. Yeah, So that, we're not doing that now, but we might pick that up next week. So that's really getting us ready for that. And again, it's something you could just, even if you just do your standing up, out of any of your chairs, without using your hands, that'd be great. Now, we're going to miss out the lunges because we've put that extra work in there. We don't want to just do everything on this, do we? But we're going to try our getting up and getting down. So some of us are going to use a blanket or cushion. Yeah, we don't have to use that, but it's quite nice for the knees, isn't it? That goes onto the floor, just making sure we're not going to make a trip hazard. And then you actually step so that you're nearer your chair and your cushion's behind you. Okay? So we'll do 3 rounds. Left leg leads, right leg leads, left leg leads, right leg leads, rest of the low. Yeah? 3 rounds, and we'll just add a little bit extra each time. We start with holding on to the chair. Left leg goes back, you go onto the left knee, your right leg joins it, you're pausing, you're tucking your right toes, your left leg comes forward, push into your left foot, use your chair coming up. Fabulous. Good. Some of us are not using the chair, obviously, then you're just not using the chair, which is great. And then the right leg goes back. I'm not going to make you use the chair if you're not using the chair. You have to use the chair. No, you don't. And then tuck the left toes, right leg comes back, push into the right foot, come up to standing. Okay, lovely. Now, option number 2, our second round. It's just the fingertips. Left leg goes back, it's just the fingertips. Yeah, you can come down onto the fingertips anywhere else on your chair. Then right leg. This time we'll sit back, take the hands away from the chair. Yep, come back up, tuck the right toes, left leg comes forward, you're on the ball of your foot, push into your left foot, coming up to standing. Yep, now the right leg goes back. Left leg goes back. Good, sit back. Good, come up. It's just the fingertips, right foot comes forward. Tuck the left toes, push into the right foot, and then stand. Yeah, so you can do all that again with the fingertips or the hands, or now try, you've got the chair here, but no hands. But you're here, you're hovering. Left leg goes back, right leg goes back. Good, sit back down. Yeah, sit down. Good, we won't do any swinging of the legs today, we'll just work on this bit. Good, come up. Okay, now we've got the chair here, tuck the right toes, we're not going to put our hands on it. We're going to bring that left leg forward, we don't need the hands. Yeah, put your fingertips there if you wanted, but see if you can leave your hands here without touching the chair. Push into your left thigh, stand. Oh, yes! Fantastic. Okay, we've got our chair for support if we need it. Right leg goes back. Good going. Yeah. Okay, we've got the chair if we need it. Left leg goes back. We'll sit ourselves back down. Good. We come back up. We've got the chair if we need it. Tuck the left toes. Right foot comes forward. Push into your right foot for me. Stand. Brilliant. Well done. Great. So what I want you to just take away from that is practice helps. It's not a lie. Well done. I am very impressed, ladies. Okay, so have your ball handy, have your band handy. You might even still have your blanket if you want. I'm just going to put that to the side. Well done, everybody. Little roll out of the wrists. Good. Good, ready for our walking leg pull prone. Roll ourselves down, fabulous work. Yeah, and that, just one you can be practicing literally every time that you're on the hands and knees or you're on the floor. Can you come up without using your hands? And we know how to do it, don't we? Get our leg position right. Okay, so hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, head is lifted. Press the hands into the ground. Don't worry if you're on your knuckles, and you could be on the forearms. Left leg goes out, lengthening all the way through the spine. Right leg's going to join it. Left leg comes in, right leg comes in. That's our walking leg pull prone. We do it again. Right leg goes out, left leg joins the right. You're stretching out through your entire spine. Your right leg comes in, your left leg comes in. Yeah, do that again for me. Yeah, now remember you could be just lifting the leg rather than going back into that plank style position. Well done. Yeah, beautiful head and neck positions. Good. And ideally we're alternating the leading leg if we can. Yeah, good. Really good. Now I'm going to ask you to do it again, and I'm going to ask you just to minimise any movement through your hips and back. So your first leg goes out, you get that anchoring of the ball of the foot, your hips, try not to move them at all as the other leg joins it. Yeah, get that lovely length through the spine. Now push into the right leg for the left leg to come back. It's the same as we've done with our lunges there, coming up and down, using one leg as a real support. Yeah, last time now. Right leg goes out. Don't worry if you've gone ahead and you've done double, it's fine. You're on the ball of your foot, your hips, minimal movement as your left leg goes out. Lovely. Now, push into your left leg to bring your right leg back, or left foot, sorry, to bring your right leg back. Yeah. And then sit back. So you should have felt just that intensity go up a notch there as you did that. You're really focusing on the body staying still. Good. Just stretch out. Have a nice stretch out. Take both arms to one side. You know, we know this one, it doesn't matter if we're up, because we still, if we're up and away from the heels, we still get a really good stretch. You know, it doesn't have to be just sitting back, does it? Then the other side. Both arms going over to the other side. I didn't actually even say what to do there, did I? So I hope you were following on. Breathing in, breathing out, and then coming back to the central position. Well done. Slip onto your forearms, pop onto your tummy, and then find yourself in your little Sphinx pose there. Yeah, so chest is lifted, legs extending, opening across the collarbone. Yeah, really nice. Yeah, lovely. Good, well done. And then we're going to come down straight into our swan. So the legs can be hip width or a little bit wider if we wanted. We're stretching out the legs. We're lifting our upper body a little bit away from the mat. Remember, it's not too high, is it, with the swan? 3, 4, 5 centimetres. And what I just want you to notice is that you're not pushing the tummy down, remember. We're just stretching out. The body is on the mat, obviously, but you're stretching out the legs, reaching out through the crown of the head. And then gradually coming back down and recovering. So we'll do that again. We stretch the legs, and then we can exhale our way up into our swan. Oh, we can inhale our way up, to be fair. Yeah, and then coming back down. Good. I'm just going to have a quick double check on you guys there, check everybody's okay just before we add on there, if we want to add on. Yeah, good. A little bit of a look down towards the ground can give us that length in the back of the neck. You know, we just want to feel comfortable as we're doing that. Beautiful. Yeah, and not forgetting to keep stretching the legs as well. Well done. Okay, so then let's add on from here. Legs stretch out, upper body lifts, arms lift. So just lifting the forearms off the ground, so your elbows and hands have come with you. Yeah? Then arms come down, upper body comes down, and we can relax. So we can stretch the legs, we can lift the upper body away from the mat, we can lift both arms, lower both arms, and then gradually come all the way back to our start position. Yeah, let me see how we're doing with that. And remember, we don't have to add that arm lift. We could stay with our lovely swan. Yeah, good. What I'd like us just to notice is the middle part of the back, if possible. Yeah, so, you know, not too much in that lower back. The whole back's having to work, but just see if you can have that emphasis on that middle part of the back. Now we have that aeroplane in. So we're stretching out the legs, we lift the upper body, we lift the arms, and then we stretch the arms out. I've got my wall here, so if it looks like I'm not moving my other arm, that's because I'm not, because my wall's in the way. But you're stretching out both arms, you double check your hands roughly level with your shoulders, You draw the arms in, and then everything comes back down, and we recover. Okay, so stretch both legs, lift the upper body, lift the arms, keep stretching the legs as you reach the arms to a T, or that aeroplane kind of position. The neck released and relaxed as much as possible. Yeah, draw the arms in, and then lower everything down and recover. Yeah, good, and we'll do that twice more. So it could be inhale to lift the upper body, it could be exhale to lift the arms and reach out to the aeroplane, it could be an inhale to come in and exhale to come down. Just as long as you feel comfortable with, and you're keeping your breath pattern going, you can find your own breath pattern there. Yeah, keep stretching out the legs. Good, that's going to give us that energy and that lovely stability through the back body there. Well done. Good, and then the next one's going to be our last one. Drawing the arms in, keep reaching out the legs, slowly coming back down. Next one's our last one, reaching through the legs, lifting the upper body, reaching the arms out. If you're adding that in, you might not be. Drawing the arms back in, and then letting everything come down. Well done. Come up onto your forearms for me. Yeah, push all the way up and find yourself back in your 4-point kneeling. Then you're ready to rinse everything out with our cat. So tailbone down and head down. And then tailbone up and head up. Yeah. Good, tailbone down and head down. Breathing in and breathing out. And tailbone up and head up. Yeah, beautiful. Pressing into the hands. Pressing a little bit into the knees. And remember, you might be just doing your cat rather than your cat to cow. And any bone health we're thinking of, and we don't want to do too much flexing and extending, we could be doing just a little movement backwards and forwards instead. Still stretching out the back. Okay. Really well done. Let's just add in one little thread of the needle each side. So reaching through to one side, doesn't matter which. Elbow bends, shoulder lowers, side of the head lowers. And then we come back to our start. And we'll do the same for the other side. Reaching through, bending the elbow, stretching through. And then coming back to our start. Lovely. Okay, let's pop onto our side, and we're going into our torpedo, so our side leg. Have your ball handy as well. I'm just going to add a little bit in with the ball. So pop onto your side, yeah, and get yourself comfortable with your neck and shoulders. So remember, you could be stacked up, or you could be having the blanket between the ear and the arm. So quite nice to have the arm out there if you wanted. Both legs stretch out, and we can see the feet. So legs come slightly further forward if possible. Fingertips are going to just come in front of the body, just for a little bit of balance to start. And then when you're ready, both legs stretch out. Our top leg comes up to hip height. Our bottom leg squeezes to meet the top. And this is where we've got to really focus on using that inner thigh and not the feet coming together, but really working on the inner thighs and then lowering the legs down. Yeah, so do one more like that. Top leg lifts, bottom leg squeezes to the top. There, nice, and then both legs lower. Then I'm going to just ask you to put your hand to your side seat. Get the balance, top leg lifts, bottom leg squeezes to the top, and both legs lower. Hips are stacked, so you can check that in your own body. Top leg, squeeze bottom leg to the top, and then both legs lower. Okay, for the last two, option, top arm goes up to the ceiling. Yeah, that's it. Top leg lifts, bottom leg squeezes to the top, and both legs lower. Good, last one. Top leg lifts, squeeze bottom leg to the top, and then both legs lower. Lower the top arm, bring the hand in front, top leg lifts, yeah, hip height again, and now squeeze the bottom leg to the top. Good. Yeah, nice. And remember, you're squeezing that inner thigh up to meet the top leg. There's only 3 more here. 3, find a breath pattern that works. 2, this top leg's doing tons of work as well as that inner thigh. Come to the top, then there's 10 pulses with your bottom leg moving and your top leg still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs together, lower your legs down, bend your knees. Yeah, that outer thigh and hip does lots of work, but I'm hoping we get that inner thigh connection as well. Just to make sure, we're going to add in the ball in front, the top knee comes onto the ball, top knee area, depends, you know, where you are there. Bottom leg stretches out, shoulders are relaxed, and then the bottom leg, lifts to meet the top. So you're squeezing your bottom leg to meet the top. Squeeze the bottom leg to meet the top. That's it. Good. 4, we've got 6 to do. So we go 6, we've got 5. We're not really, you know, we can just move the upper body a little bit there. 4 and 3, we've got 2 to do. We've got 1 to do. Fabulous. Good. Now bring the knees in. I want you to take the ball into the back of your knee. Have both knees bent. The knees might be forward, sort of more on a right angle. They can be a little bit away from you. That's absolutely fine, like we're doing an oyster. Flex your top foot and then take your top leg back so that your knee is roughly level with your hip. You're squeezing your ball and your foot is flexed. And then relax and bring the leg forward. So flex the foot, take the leg back. Relax the foot, bring the knee forward. Yeah. Push back and then return. Fabulous. So give the ball a squeeze, push the heel back and then return. Yeah, so we can do it just without the ball or the cushion or whatever we've got there. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's it. So that you know, that's just as effective, just there's a bit more work with the ball there to hold the ball in place. Last one. Yeah, good. And then release your ball or whatever you've got. Bring the leg in. Yeah, just hug that knee in. And then open the leg and just stretch it up to the sky. Just give it a stretch up. That's it. And then lower the leg. Okay, so let's make our way over onto the other side. So come up slowly. Take everything you need to the other side. And then we'll do everything on the other side, starting with the torpedo. Okay, so get yourself set up on your side. Cushion, legs are straight. Look down, you can see your feet. Get yourself comfy. You might need something under the hip. Legs are long and lengthened. Everything stretched out. Fingertips in front. Then we started with the top leg lifting, the bottom leg squeezing to the top, and both legs lowering. Then we did that again. Top leg comes up, bottom leg squeezes to meet the top. Lovely. And both legs lower. Then we did the hand on the side seam. Top leg lifts. Try it. Yeah, bottom leg squeezes the top. You're doing beautifully. And then both legs lower. Top leg lifts. Squeeze bottom leg to meet the top. And then both legs lower. Good. Now the top arm comes up. Yeah, just reaching the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Top leg. Bottom leg squeezes the top. Fabulous balance, guys. Doesn't matter if we have a wobble. Last one. Top leg. Squeeze bottom leg to meet the top. Yeah. And then lower. And, you know, look how we're gaining that confidence with our movements there, which is absolutely brilliant. Fingertips in front. Top leg comes up. Just that hip height. Now it's that inner seam. Not the feet, remember. That inner thigh. Yeah. Good. Squeezing. Can the seams meet? Good. 3 to go. 3. We're going for 2. Good. We're going for 1. Good. And then it's a pulse at the top. Squeezing up. 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. 6, 5. Well done. 4. Breathe. 2, 1. Legs together. Legs lower. Fabulously done. Yes. That whole outer hip area. Gaining some strength there. So grab the ball or the cushion. Yeah, the ball comes in front, the cushion comes in front. That's just giving us a bit of height. Do you remember that? It's just basically giving us a bit of height so that we can lift this bottom leg a bit more, if that makes sense. So you're lifting and lowering. Your bottom leg squeezes to the top and then you lower. Squeeze and lower. That's it. That's really good. Brilliant. And again, it's those inner seams meeting. 6, 5, wonderful. 4, you've got it. 3, lovely stuff. 2, and then 1. Fantastic. Bend the knees. Yeah, the knees just come in. They can be a right angle or just a bit less. Don't worry about if you haven't got the ball, but if you've got the ball, put it into the back of the knee. You could have a small towel, I suppose. Flex the foot, take the leg back. I'll just do it without the ball for anybody who hasn't got the ball. Flex the foot, the leg goes back. Your knee roughly in line with your hip. Oh, my leg seems to have gone astray there, but yeah, and then come back and relax. So you're keeping your thigh parallel-ish to the ground. Yeah, lovely. 6, release. 5, the flex foot, you'll notice the glutes kicking in there, back to the thighs. 4, we're going for 3, you've got it, for 2, and then you're going for 1. Good, then the leg comes in, open up the knee and stretch the leg up towards the ceiling. That's it, just give it a bit of a stretch up. Anywhere it goes, doesn't matter where you've got it, just kind of give it a nice bit of a yank up to the sky. That's it. Okay, let's make our way slowly up to sitting, taking a few breaths, seated on your cushion or blanket or block, spine stretch forward into the saw. We'll just do a little combination. Now, I've got my legs a little bit wider than hip width and the knees bent, but you're welcome to go with straight legs. I'm just going to go here just for anybody who's staying with me here, but traditionally you'd have straight legs with the toes up, but that might mean that we're hinging back. So I'd rather you have your bent knees and be upright than straight legs and kind of leaning back, yeah? So whichever kind of works for you. We'll start with the arms out ahead. Good, we're sat up tall, we know this. We've got a nod of the chin to the chest. We leave the bottom firmly on the cushion or whatever you've got, and we're stretching over a pretend beach ball to make a C curve through the spine. That's it. So kind of make that magnet shape or C curve. You know, so rather than just folding forward, we're rounding up and over that pretend beach ball. Now we're going to rebuild and restack, lower back and middle back, upper back, shoulders, neck and head. Part the arms, so the arms are a bit wider. Turn to one side, doesn't matter which, but your opposite hand to foot. So the opposite hand to direction that you've gone there. That's it, so I've got my right hand going over to my left. And then you can look back to the opposite hand where the thumb's facing down towards the ground and the palm's facing in. Yeah, so you've got your front palm facing away from you and your back hand facing in, and you're making your way all the way back up to your seated position. We'll spine stretch again. Nod the chin to chest, reach over that imaginary beach ball, breathing in, breathing out to get a wonderful stretch through the back. Good, reach and stretch, and then rebuild and restack all the way back up. Take the arms wide. Rotate the body round to the opposite side. Good, and now we're taking the hand to the opposite foot and the other hand goes back. You can look back if the neck's happy with that, and your thumb's facing down on the back hand and your thumb's facing up on the front hand. Gradually rebuilding and restacking. Good, and then one more spine stretch forward. Nod of the chin to chest and a reach over towards the toes. Yeah, see if you can almost now, when you're in that stretch, breathe in to the back of your body. Breathe into the waist, to the middle back, to the upper back. And then make your way up to sitting. Breathing in, breathing out, and then relaxing. Well done on those. Come off your blanket. Put that there for the back of your head. Have you got your band? Yeah, you've got your band. Yeah, grab your band, put it around one foot, doesn't matter which, we're just going to go hamstrings and outer thigh, yeah, or glutes there. So roll yourself down, and as you do that, pop your leg up to the ceiling, whichever one you've got, doesn't matter which. Good, and then it's option for you, either have the other leg stretched out or the foot on the floor, whichever feels kind of, if you think of the aim as stretching the back of the leg, what's better for you? You know, is it better to have the other foot on the floor supporting you, or sometimes having the other leg straight kind of anchors the bottom down and can help you with more of a stretch. So, you know, which is better? Which gives you the better stretch for the back of the leg? Yeah, mainly down the back of the thigh. Stretching the leg up into the band or the strap or whatever you've got there. Relaxing the upper body. Well done. Good, and then gradually taking that same leg to the opposite side. So I'm on my left leg, I'm just going to take it over to the right. Yeah, so just again noticing now outer thigh and hip, outer hip. Yeah. Good to stretch out from our torpedoes. Breathing in and breathing out. You might have your band in both hands, or your single arm goes out to the side and you've just got it in the opposite hand. Yeah? And if one shoulder's a bit tricky, you can do it with modifying it just however feels good. Let's come all the way back. We'll go into an inner thigh stretch while we're here. We may as well, haven't we? So open up the leg. So I've taken my left leg to the left. You might have your right leg going to the right. I can see some feet coming to the screen, which is nice. Looks like you're going to join me in here. Get your big toes in. Good, and then come all the way back to upright. Okay, then we open the band and we put the right foot, or the other foot. I'm putting my right foot, you might be on the left foot. So now you decide on this side, what's better? The leg up into the band, the other leg stretched out, the other foot on the floor. Kind of just work out what's giving you the best stretch down the back of your thigh. Yeah, take your time and then find yourself in that good stretch. You might have your leg straight and away from you. You might have your knee bent and further up. Yeah, what's going to work for you there? Bit of both. Good, then we can take the same leg across the body. You might just need to take your other leg away a bit, just to give you a bit of room. And then you can decide, do you want it in one hand, or do you want the band in both hands? You're just getting a nice stretch into that outer hip. So you've taken the leg across the body. Well done. We'll bring the leg back. We'll go for inner thigh stretches, our last one. So inner thigh and groin. You're taking your leg up, away from you there. That's it. I've got my right leg going to the right. You might have your left leg going to the left. Again, you can bend the knee. You can have the other foot on the floor. Your back pretty much stays on the mat. And then let's bring the leg back. Okay, we'll take the band off the foot. We'll bring our feet to the floor. Good, and then we can still use our cushions, arms at the side of the body, knees come up, one knee or both knees. Yeah, and then we've worked on our scissors here. So left foot goes to the floor, both arms are going to go all the way up and over the head, and then bring the arms all the way back as the knee comes back. Good, same again. So, same on the other side. Arms go over the head, foot comes to the floor, you bring the knee back. Let me have a look at what we're doing here. Yeah, so it's the scissor leg or toe taps. Yeah. Good. And remembering our back stays still. If you remember back to our plank or our walking plank, and you remember how we kept the torso and the hips and the back really still, the same principle. Can we move the leg and the arms, but keep the torso still? And that means that the abdominals and the back are doing all the work for us. Lovely. Yeah. So if you're finishing with one more each side, well done. Good, good. And then when you've done that on the opposite side to where you started, so I think left if you joined me, then bring the knees into chest, put the hands on the knees. The toes just come to touch. So, you know, some part of the front of the foot just touches. The knees are wide. Your back's resting on the mat. And then all we're going to do is take both legs up to the ceiling and reach the arms to the side of the body. And then bring the knees in. So you stretch your legs up, reach the arms to the side, and then bring the legs in and wide. That's it. Now, when you stretch your legs up, your heels can come together and your inner thighs can feel like they're coming closer together, or touching, and then bringing the legs down, okay? Then you've got the option. You add a curl up, so you lift and look to the thighs, or between the thighs, as you reach the arms, and then you come down. Yeah, so you can exhale, curl up, stretch up, inhale, bend the knees, come down. Yeah, so your heels are going to come together and your toes will do a little bit of a turnout. So you've got a little Pilates V at the top, pointing the feet. Good. Then we're just going to add on. So we're going to curl up, optional, stay up, and now reach the arms up towards the ceiling, just to your face. Circle them back to that same position that we're just in, by the side of you, then you come down. Now you can do all that without curling up. So it'd look like this. You're up, your legs are up, you're circling the arms around, you reach, and then you come down. We can do two more, you pick your journey. So we can curl up, stretch the legs up, look to the thighs, reach the arms up, past the face, or to the face, reach the arms to the side of you, and then come down. Now we'll do one more, whichever version you're on. Now we can breathe in and breathe out, just as feels good. We'll add a breath pattern in next week. Arms go up, arms circle around. Oh, Nicola, you're doing double arm circles. I like that. That was a double arm. Yeah, yeah, I like it. So, so what I did see, a couple of us were here, and then the actual move is to go up and then past your face and around like that. So you go, some of us were going that way, but that doesn't matter. The idea is that we're opening up through the front of the body as we take the arms up and around. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you go that way. Just a different version, isn't it? Well done. Okay, really well done. Put the feet down for me. Take the arms wide and let the legs roll from side to side. So that's the full double leg stretch with that one. So we built that one up nicely there from our scissors and our single leg stretchy type exercises. And remember, always the option of keeping your head down if it's better for your neck. It's quite nice just to try a couple. Yeah, when you've done your couple of rolls, bring your right leg in, stretch your left leg out for me. Yeah, and then switch, bring your left leg in, put your right foot down and stretch it out across the floor. So you're stretching rather than anything else. Yeah, pulling in the right, stretching out the left leg's on the floor. Pulling in the left, right foot's on the floor, you're stretching that right leg out. One more time each side. Hug in the right, stretch out the left. And then hug in the left, stretch out the right. Good. Put the feet down, stretch the arms over the head, stretch the legs right out. Breathing in, breathing out, get a full body stretch. Bring the arms back, bring the legs in. Make your way slowly up to sitting. Very well done.